Okay, hi Jasmine, how are you doing? I want to talk about the work a little bit here. I got you queued up right here. Okay, and let's just start with the the publication design, and I wanted to go. Let me just shoot right over here because I want to go to week one, assignment 3, really quick over here, so that we can take a look at what we have coming this week. So this week we had the website and the digital media. Now I know you don't have the website, but I'll tell you what, get some screenshots of what you do have. Now they're going to be low res, so it's going to be kind of tough. You're going to have to present them on the page pretty small. If you did it in Muse, then you don't have probably. See, a lot of times when I do a website, a web page, I'll mock when I mock up the homepage and some of the sub pages. I'll save a high res copy of that so that I can use it specifically for portfolio reasons. So you can shoot a screenshot or a screen capture. I would suggest don't do the whole screenshot. Screen capture meaning that you can actually by selection shoot instead of taking the whole screen. You know that, but okay. So then we had the digital media, and then we had the multimedia animation. I know you had that web banner. You have one web banner, but what I'd like you to do is this. I'd really like you to put together an emailer or e-newsletter and a couple of web banner ads. I know you had a couple of those for the Jezebel or something that we could use for those. And the reason I want you to do that is I want to kind of overload this section here, web digital media, because it seems like that might be your downside. Just because that's not that that's not where your talent lies. It's just that that's where it seems like you're lacking pieces in your portfolio. So I want to get those screenshots in there for that. And do you know what I mean about on the page size? So when you have your page that holds your work, you're just going to have smaller thumbnails instead of larger page previews. Okay. So we also had package design this week. Publication design. Okay, now we talked about this a little bit in magazine, but I just want to draw your attention to a couple of things. Okay, look at your alignment. See that line I just drew right there? You're out of alignment in a couple of different places here. And let's just take that guy and move it over to this side to see you're doing pretty good over there. I would move this down to about eye level and then move these down to fill in some of these spaces, add a little bit more space up there. Try sets for a total body workout, maybe even move it down here so we can have some of this nice black area, this nice black negative space around the top of the masthead and the model's head. Okay, so let's go ahead and this contents page. Now, what I would suggest doing here is I would take this black and extend it all the way to the edge of the page so we can get rid of that sign right there that's just kind of interfering with the whole composition. That way you can take the image of the model and move it over just a little bit, not center, but just move it over a little bit so it's not encroaching, so the model's not so much encroaching the edge of the page here, okay? And then here with the actual page numbers and article titles, I'd like you to do the same thing here, okay? I'd like you to leave that contents there and bring this BFW down to where the model's eye level starts. Start it there and then move this stuff down and fill in these spaces. Those are just too big of blanks, okay? Next page. This, I believe, the first time we saw this was designed as a spread, and I think it's going to be much better as a spread, definitely. I remember that as a spread, and I remember it being very effective. I think there was even like this red banner went across to this side of the page, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so this page right here, again, we've got this image, great image of the model, and so what we want to do is we want to kind of feature this image, especially these areas that define the negative shape around the model, which I think is the whole intent of the article. So what I want to do here is I want to take this whole black background here and I just want to extend it all the way over here. You can do it in Photoshop. Get rid of that sign in the background. That way, and then what I want you to do is since that is going to be the case, it's going to be a black background. You can just leave all of your text as white, and you won't have to put it in these boxes. Okay, so that'll start to merge the whole composition into one, as opposed to, here's an element, here's an element, a box, here's a box, here's a box. Okay, and so on and so forth. So I would do that, and then I also think that that's going to create a nice, striking contrast to the black background. There is the white background over here on the text page. Okay, this piece looks great. I'm wondering how you're going to fit this on the page. Obviously, it's too big here, but you have to remember, Jasmine, that all of this has to be put on a page, some sort of a background page that has, the name of the project, what the target, what the objective is, maybe the target market, a little bit about, just a couple of words about the software you use, excuse me, excuse me, spring pollen. Anyways, so, label this a little bit, tell us what it is, what's going on. And the same thing with your publication design. I mean, you would put this on a background so that it would say, up here, the whole background. Let's say this whole area right here is the background page. Okay, so you would say, up here you would have like, okay, here's publication design, and then here would be your area where you would show all your pictures. Okay, and then maybe down here you would have the area that explains, BFW or BWF magazine. Target market is young black women interested in physical fitness. Okay, so just you see what I'm saying? And then that's the target market, and then you can start. That way, you're showing in your portfolio that you are able to communicate with that target audience. Okay, so if you were to say that this particular piece was designed for, I don't know, a middle-aged or older, middle-aged housewives, I would say, hey, Jasmine, you missed the mark a little bit, man. This is really geared towards younger women. And so do you see what I'm saying? So be sure you tell that in your portfolio. Tell the viewer that this is what I'm doing. That way we can say, wow, good job. You're communicating with your target. Excellent job. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. And then the final piece here, these are good. These are good labels. They are, but I'd like to see them in action. Now, I know that I believe you said you lost or misplaced some files. So let me see. Jasmine, where are we? I'm sorry about this. I should have this queued up for you so I'm not wasting your time. Not sure how website. We talked about that. With your Muse, we talked about the screenshots. Package design, I have to see if I can recover them as well. I don't know if we're going to have time for this, Jasmine. I mean, we're down to the wire here. This is due tomorrow. So, I would suggest, if you can't find those, my suggestion is going to be this. My suggestion is going to be to take these. Okay, there's your production shot. There's your label production shots. What I want you to do is go into Illustrator and show us how this package works. Draw it out. Show us how it works. And then with these, show us the package these will go on. You can just draw it in Illustrator. Just mock it up in Illustrator so we can see what the package looks like. Do you see what I'm saying? Easy enough to do. Okay, and then that would take care of that. Those product. Okay, and then this I thought we used this before for magazine. If you're changing it to use it for publication, that's fine, but don't use it twice. Don't ever use a piece twice in your portfolio. You don't want to do that. It gives the impression that you don't have very much to show. And then this is your digital media piece. This is the piece that the web banner. So make a couple of these. Yes, make a couple of these things. so that we can just overload that area so that, and they don't have to all be for Foxy Jezebel. They can be for other things too. So they're easy, super easy to design. Okay, and then screenshots, and then let's get all this house in the background, and we are in business. All right, this is due tomorrow, and I have my phone when I teach this portfolio class. I have my phone with me the whole last week. So if you need to call me and talk to me, I'm going to give you my number right here. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, 404. Jeez. Okay, that's my number right there. And feel free, 440-570-3261. Feel free to give me a call if you need to talk about anything, if you don't understand or anything, if I can make anything any more clear. Some of your classmates have already called in and we've talked them off the ledge, as it were. I'm just kidding. I mean, what we're talking about is I talked them, let's do this because of this. Or if I made a comment that wasn't understood, I would get on the computer with some of your classmates and they would open theirs and I would open mine and I would say, you see this right here? Now zoom in and this is what I'm talking about. So if you want that same opportunity, feel free to give me a call and we can do that. I should be around all day today and tomorrow and looking forward to seeing your final work. All right. Thanks, Jasmine.